That was disappointing, but not surprised. We we've worked real hard for a long time, but have not been real good here as of late. And it's not losing a game. Losing is part of the deal. It's our spirit, our mindset has not been good. I walked out of practice on Monday because I wasn't going to be negative. Those kids have laid it on the line to help us be a good team. But it was so bad and so lackluster and lacking in competitiveness and spirit and enthusiasm that I just left. After an hour and a half, I couldn't. I was going to become negative, and I wasn't going to do that. And then yesterday, we were a little better, not much. And I tried to kind of keep them because they've been real good. I tried to keep them in a good place and positive, and obviously that didn't work. But disappointing. Once again, it's not the loss that's disappointing. It's our team's mindset right now. That's what's disappointing.
Frank, with the defense, is there something fundamental that's not happening, or is it maybe fatigue setting in? Just why has it not been as crisp lately?
Just what I just said. To play the way we play, you have to play with unbelievable enthusiasm, toughness, discipline, and we've done that for most of the year. We have not done that here as of late, and it's unfortunate. That somehow we've lost the one thing we control, which is our mojo, our enthusiasm for what we do. We've lost that right now.
Coach, just following that train of thought, how do you get that back then? With 5 games left, each one's very big.
If I had a uniform, I promise you, people would have it back. There'd be a couple guys who wouldn't be real happy with me if I was their teammate. Actually, a whole lot of guys. But I don't wear a uniform. And if I do that, then you're going to be reporting as to why I'm this big, bad bully and don't deserve to be around young people. So I've got to manage my job a little differently than we used to 15, 20 years ago. But if I wore a uniform, there'd be some unhappy people being my teammates tomorrow. I can promise you that.
Coach, here in the back, what are you seeing from your team defensively over these last couple of games? Is it a lack of communication or?
Just nothing. We let guys catch the ball wherever they want to. We're very non-competitive in screens. We don't get through screens. We're not guarding the basketball. We're not protecting the rim. Our ball screen coverage has gotten pathetic. And at the end of the day, we're not rebounding either. So we're not doing anything right defensively right now. We had to go to zone at Mississippi State, and the zone helped us win. But the fundamental breakdown of our spirit, which is what's broken right now, our enthusiasm, our focus on what matters. We got guys that got their minds are somewhere else right now. They're not connected with what it's been for 4 months. We have to regain that. We have to absolutely regain that. And I'm not trying to throw players under the bus. I'm telling you the truth. And if I want to throw a player under the bus, I'll give you a name. But I'm not going to do that. Us, coaches, players, we got to reconnect with who we were for 4 months, not who we've been for the last 8 days or so.
Coach, not to just single out a player, but a guy that, is very critical to this team's success. P.J. Dozier maybe hasn't quite been himself. Tonight was kind of another example, kind of inconsistent. What can you think you can get him to do to start getting to go back to the guy he was in the earlier part of the year?
He's not alone. He's not alone. It's not a one-man problem here. That's why I'm not singling anybody out. It's not a one-man problem. There's a lot of, when I say there's a problem, there's a lot of hands going up in that locker room right now. And they're good dudes. I really like our team. But our mindset right now is not good. And I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with losing. It's just our approach. We're worried about things that are not conducive to us being prepared to play the right way. I just put on the board, this is year number 33 for me. If you average 100 to 110 practices a year, that's 3,300 practices that I've been a part of as a coach. I've walked out of 2 practices in 3,300 days, twice. I did that on Monday. So that should tell you how discouraged I was with where we were at as a team, and we got to. They're good dudes. They've got to get their mindset in the right place. As a player, I can fix this problem as a player tomorrow. I'm just telling you, the problem will be fixed tomorrow. But I don't play. Guys on the team have to take ownership of that.
Coach, based on that stat, it sounds like this is something that is new. It's not just middle of February blues. Is this something you've seen before in other teams, or what's going to be the challenge of trying to work past this now together?
Guys got to take ownership. They took ownership most of the year. That's why we were good. And we're still a good team. That hasn't changed. But as of late, hasn't been there. And, it's not something that started in January. It's been pretty much the last 8 days or so. It's not, it's not been, we're not in the right place. And it's all hands on deck on that one now. We talk about every, all hands on deck and next man up and all that stuff to overcome adversity. Well, we've created our own adversity, and everyone's responsible for it. There's not one guy creating a problem.
Frank, Chris's second foul really, the Arkansas took off on that run afterwards. Just what do you say to Chris and about fouling and about?
I'm tired of talking to him about it. He's not fouling, trying to block a shot or trying to rebound. Every one of his fouls is irrelevant. On the contrary, when he's got a chance to go block a shot, he won't. When he's got a chance to go get certain rebounds, he won't. I'm tired of talking to Chris about it. I mean, everyone wants to talk about all the good he's doing and how much he's grown as a player. I totally agree. But I'm tired of talking to him about those fouls. It's just 4 of his 5 fouls today are just bad basketball plays by him. And, being biggest part of being a good player is not making the same mistake over and over and over again. And he continues to do that. And he's got to. I'm tired of talking to him. I don't know what else I can say, what else we can show him on film, in practice. We make him run every time he commits one of those fouls in practice. I don't know what else we can do.
Coach, with 5 games left, you talk about some of the players having to take ownership. I mean, this is a critical stretch for you guys. You're still in a really good position for how you've played so far up to this point in this season. I know you said if you had a jersey on, you could fix it by tomorrow, but, I mean, is it something where you sit a senior leader down or something just to get these guys to really understand there's still a great opportunity right in front of them if you just do the things we're supposed to be doing?
Pretty much. We lived this road last year. So all the guys that were on the team last year, it's not their first rodeo. They understand what happens at this time of year. And our focus right now should be better than it was in November and December. Unfortunately, it's not. I also signed up for this job. I'm not trying to run away from it. I'll be a miserable human being for the next 12 hours in my house staring at the ceiling. And it's my job to figure out between now and the time we walk on the court tomorrow what I have to do to impact this team in a positive way. I don't have that answer for you right now. Game just ended. I've been trying to figure it out for 5 days, which included me walking out of a practice. I do have the answer as a player. I know how I'd fix the problem, but I don't play. So I've got to, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, is it goes back to them. At the end of the day, if players don't take ownership, your team is not going to be very good. They took ownership since last March. Our team became pretty darn good and continues to be good. If we don't change what's happened over the last 8 days, then we're going to keep floundering around, and then who knows what happens.
Any more questions? All right, thanks, guys.
Yep.